So we're done with that.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
sure.
a segue.
All right. Time for
Hard cut.
topic 4, which is my topic.
Here
And
go.
we are discussing. I wouldn't say it's serious. I have a question.
Okay.
We have answers.
Maybe.
For the most part, I think all of us remember, maybe not super well, a time when social media didn't dictate everything.
Those were the good old days.
And
Were
my
they?
I loved those times. I
my
hate social
question
media.
is, has social media changed things for the good or the worse? And I mean, when I say social media, I mean the extremes. I'm talking YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, any form of social outlet where you can share your thoughts, opinions with another person.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn,
Ruining the world right there.
Tumblr,
Oh man. What are we gonna
Tumblr,
do about LinkedIn
Pinterest.
and Tumblr?
Yep.
I like Pinterest. Don't say you
Pinterest
hate
is cool.
social media because we're literally doing social
We
media.
are doing
are
social
social
media.
media.
We are a social media campaign.
Yeah, we is.
Ish, kind of. I hate the kind of social media that is just the machine for comparison.
Well, and my
Yeah.
my question also is kind of like, social media dictates a lot of things now. I feel like if social media didn't play such a big role in our lives, the election would
Oh.
be so much different than
it
it
would.
is.
Gosh.
I think it affects the news. I think it affects our opinions. Social media literally runs like lives of people.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
it influences you to an extreme and
Yes, it's
whatever.
polarizing.
it's
Yeah.
so
On
just-
different issues, people will like Facebook pages or subscribe to YouTube videos that support their opinion. And they don't talk about the other side. They don't tell the whole story. And so people get super polarized on either side of issues, like we just talked about earlier. And social media contributes heavily to that.
But on the
Yeah.
other side, where I'm from, 100% of the people, well, not 100, 98% of the people believe all of the same things and have all of the same political standing. And now with social media, you can access ideas that you wouldn't normally be able to access
Yeah.
in your hometown.
No.
Or
But are
well,
you going to
that's
access
fair. That's the other point.
you have the access to it.
Yeah.
The choice is yours.
And someone in our country who has a great Twitter presence is the man, the myth, not so much the legend, Donald Trump himself. Have you all seen this man's tweets?
Nope.
I don't
They're
see any
appalling.
tweets.
I see the ones that he promotes all the
Donald
time.
Trump's
They are appalling.
tweets are straight up just bashing people. Like
That's his game.
his
He's a
tweets
hate
are
monger.
savage. Like I would say his tweets a lot of times are borderline like just straight up slander.
Sometimes they're
And
hate crimes.
yeah, like they're
Little
bad.
140 character hate crimes.
Yeah.
They are bad.
I don't follow his tweets. I don't follow any tweets. But when I do see Donald Trump tweets, it's a list of look at how terrible these Trump tweets are. Like
Yep.
top 25 most offensive Trump tweets. or
In the
something
last
like that.
26 hours.
Yeah.
Yes. Flip side, Hillary Clinton, not very good at tweeting either.
No.
But much less offensive.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll give her her fair shot in this. She is bad at tweeting. Very bad at tweeting. But,
Pokemon go to the polls.
yeah, Pokemon go to the polls. Nice, Hillary. But she is not out there offending the masses at every moment on the Twitters.
And see,
true.
another aspect that social media, I think, has influenced us is like a few years ago, there was no such thing as, and they've kind of gained popularity through YouTube, getting a box in the mail full of things every month, like Loot Crate or all this stuff. Like there's Dollar Shave Club, there's all this stuff that's just
Blue
box
Apron.
things.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was super popular until it kind of got to YouTube and it kind of grew.
I would agree with that. Social media is a way to spread ideas and to spread support for things.
Yeah.
So it has its uses like that.
And for the news, like, sorry,
Go ahead, I'm done.
when it was trade deadline day in Major League Baseball, and we were driving somewhere on vacation, probably to the Hall of Fame actually, but I was sitting in the back seat just refreshing Twitter, just waiting for the next news to come in, and immediately something happened, and I would get the alert, and I'd take my headphone off and say, "Hey, Dad, this guy just got traded to this team," and I put my headphone back on and keep refreshing Twitter, because it was instantaneous. It was like the Mets announced this deal, and everyone in the world knows about it.
Well, and see, like, social media also, Twitch is social media as well. And, like, without that, it used to be for a long time that, like, E3, you had to go to E3 to watch E3.
And then you had to read about it.
Exactly. You had to go to a Sony conference to watch a terrible Sony conference. You had to go to these places. So that's another thing, right? Like, is social media kind of taking away the experience of just going to a place and
Sometimes.
I think it's cheapening it.
yeah, right? Like, because, if you really want to go to a place and see, oh, that's a beautiful city, or that's a beautiful art museum, you can, but it's always on social media that you can just see it.
Yeah.
And
Without social media, we wouldn't have known that Sony guy's mic wasn't on.
it's true.
Yeah, we would have, because he said it.
Yeah.
And somebody would
We
have written
wouldn't
about
have.
it.
We wouldn't have been able to watch it, and that's
true.
what I
We
love.
would have had to
replicate
have
it.
read about it.
But you have a point, because you don't know how many concerts I've been to where people are at the concert, sometimes even in the front row, but they're watching the concert through their phone screen or their
Yep.
camera screen or whatever,
Snapchatting.
They are recording every second of it.
and they're not having fun. I know it. And they're not going to rewatch the video because it's garbage quality.
It's just like...
They're going to
Yep.
share it on Facebook, and no one's going to watch it because it's going to be because they're right next to the speaker, and
You can't even hear anything. It's just...
It's blurry AF, and no one cares, and they didn't have fun at the concert they paid for.
Exactly.
Whereas there are hundreds of other people who didn't record it and saw it with their own eyeballs,
and had
not through a screen.
spectacular time.
And had to watch this moron's little white rectangle
Yeah,
right
like,
up at the stage
had
the
to
whole time.
look at like straight up light blinding back
Yeah.
at them.
I have no problem with snapping a picture every now and then. Like, that's
Nah.
cool. You'll look at those.
Yeah.
They'll pop up in your Tom Hop or the What's a Flooze next year, and you'll look at it again and go, oh, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, for those of
But-
you not on the What's a Flooze It, get on that.
Yeah.
You're not
What's a
gonna.
Flooze Off Media app coming to you soon.
You'll look at those pictures, but you're not gonna look at a half-hour video of the people to your left and right screaming into your
Yeah,
phone's
for
microphone.
real.
Exactly.
Because that's
Garbage.
all you're hearing. You're
Yeah.
not. It's like muffled, loud music and then screams.
Most concerts today are being recorded by professionals who are there to document it and put it on the YouTubes or something for
Yep.
someone's live album. Go and watch that. If you're at a concert, watch the concert with your own dang eyeballs.
I'll
That's what
still
I say.
Snapchat it, but
We know
See,
you
that's
will.
fair,
That's
but-
okay, though.
that's what,
But-
because that's 10 seconds I know I'm never going to look at it again.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
But that's a good point of people are doing these things and then recording them and not actually experiencing the moment. And what I'm curious of your guys' thoughts is, do you think social media tricks us into believing we're having experiences that we're really not having? Either
Yes.
by believing we're part of a cause because we liked a Facebook page and that does nothing.
or like we're part of a community of YouTube whoever because we follow their
Right.
YouTube and we watch their vlogs every day or whatever.
Right.
But in reality, if we met this person on the street, we might not recognize them. They definitely won't
Yeah.
recognize us. We don't
And
actually know
we
them.
they might actually think we're weirdos. So we're just coming up to them and
Probably.
talking to them.
I've seen you on the computer screen. Okay.
No, they wouldn't. Not
Okay,
anymore.
get away
Yeah.
from me
Yeah.
before I
They're
See,
my
that's the
standing.
thing, right? Like, YouTube's actually at a point now, for the most part, like, people coming up to you, I think if you're big on YouTube, either A, you're used to it, or B, you're not gonna be a butthead about it.
They're
Like,
semi-celebrities now.
They are.
If
Now, if
not-
somebody came up to us in
I'd-
Knoxville and was like,
I'd
hey, I
be
saw
like-
you, I'd be like,
I'd
That'd
be
be
like,
cool.
wow.
Honestly, it would
That's
make
not
the
gonna
whole
happen.
day because
That'd be
someone
cool.
was watching.
did I get arrested and not know about it? What,
Yeah.
what videos were you watching?
I was reading an article just before we got here because I was scrambling for a topic. And I was looking at Psychology Today stuff because I really like Psychology Today sometimes. They've been getting really political lately, like everyone else. But they had an article about, is social media lowering people's self-esteem? And I know this has been a big topic lately because you go on social media and most people only post the good stuff.
Yeah.
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 And you know that your life has lots of bad stuff in it. You don't think that other people's lives have bad stuff if they only post the good stuff, and so you think you have a sucky life or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's ruining people.
The whole thing is like, I try to post the good stuff to maybe, encourage, let someone else know there's good stuff
Yeah.
that happens. I don't post it so people can be like, well, his life's awesome and mine sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's interesting.
And a question I posed, I think I might have actually posted this on Facebook a few years ago when the selfie thing came into trend. I asked the question, is the selfie trend, or in this case the social media trend, contributing to narcissism and people developing narcissism? Because if all you post is pictures of yourself and you're working to get likes, what kind of paradigm does that set up in our culture?
I know
Yeah.
people that have Instagram that I will frequently get posts from on Instagram. It'll pop up a notification that such and such has posted their first picture ever, because they've gone through and decided they hate everything they've posted that hasn't gotten enough likes, that whatever. So they've deleted it all just to restart and hope that they get more likes this time. And because they know that if you follow them, you're going to get a notification that they posted this first picture.
Wow. Yeah.
It's kind of sad sometimes. People
It is.
value themselves based on how popular they are on social media.
Well, and the whole
That's an
thing is,
interesting thing.
it doesn't help that, in society in general, it's kind of, social media has, made it a trend where, in society in general, only certain people are, looked at with that way, because social media is just bled out into society.
Okay.
So, you see what I'm saying?
I was reading something recently that said you can track the happiness of couples by how infrequently they post on social media about themselves as a couple or about their significant other. And that couples who post less frequently on social media have a much higher average happiness level.
Really?
Because they get that recognition of love from each other, and they don't need that false love of likes from the internet, that they're comfortable enough
Yeah.
that they don't need to seek that outside justification, outside,
Right. Oh, I love my
approval.
girlfriend.
See,
And
like,
their likes
but-
pour in.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, because you can just share stuff to share stuff.
Well,
can.
That's
there's
what
a
I
difference
do,
between posting pictures of
Yeah.
people that you're with, which happens to be somebody you're in a relationship with, than, like he said, I love my girlfriend! Exclamation
She's
mark!
the best.
Heart,
Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
smiley face.
Yeah.
That's different than just posting hey, there are these pictures that we took and they look cool. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Went to the
Okay.
waterfall today. Woohoo. That's different than I love her so much. Paragraph vomit later.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Like,
That,
I need 100 likes on this, or our relationship is a sham.
Oh, wow.
That kind of garbage.
Yeah.
That went from 1 to 100 real
It
fast.
really did. Really did.
Oh, my gosh.
But, yeah, interesting thing with the psychology behind that.
Yeah.
Of how we seek approval from the internet when we're not secure enough in our own selves.
Yeah, social media has changed things. Reddit changed social media a lot. Reddit is an open thread system thing.
It's like a forum for
Yeah, forum. And I go to Reddit, and I only go to the credible news sources, but I'll scroll through Reddit and look for credible news sites and click on it and read an interesting article or two sometimes.
I use Facebook almost solely for my dank memes. It's my dank meme fix. I've got lots of. Okay, I have 2 or 3 friends who are really great in the meme game. They post incredible memes, and that is half the fun I get out of Facebook, is going on and looking at this.
See, all of the people I'm friends with on Facebook, I scroll through and it's like election, you know, I'm super Republican, I'm super Democratic, I'm blah, blah, blah.
That's mine, and I'm pregnant. Those are the 3 things that I
Yep.
get.
Yeah.
And I shot this thing today. Look at how big it is.
There's one guy I'm friends with who I have blocked recently that will post some scathing 3-page thing about Hillary Clinton, and then 4 seconds later post like a Bible verse about tolerance or about grace or something, or about justified by grace.
That's funny.
Like, you love it that God shows you grace, but you don't like this one thing about this politician, so you write a treatise on how bad they are.
Yeah.
Define
And
the
then share
word
it with the
treatise. Is that
Very long article sharing not only your opinions, but your perceived facts,
okay?
Yeah.
is how we will define treatise.
Speaking of spiritually oriented things, posts things, you guys know the Babylon Bee website. I've talked about it
Yes.
before. That it's like a Christian satire, funny website where they make fun of Christians who are being dumb, basically. But an article on there was, study shows that Christians who post pictures of their Bible and a coffee cup are actually more spiritual. Because for
That was
months, that was a
Was.
trend of people would take a picture of their daily devotional Bible and their coffee cup sitting there and like, oh, getting in the Word this morning or whatever, and they'd share it on Facebook and get a ton of likes from their Christian friends or whatever.
And then
it's,
close the Bible, drink the coffee, and go to work.
Yep.
it's just funny because I don't know. It's not malicious. It's not like they're really trying to get attention, but it is just funny that something that should be personal and quiet. And
They're wanting to.
They-
I feel like they're just. I know you're saying it's probably not malicious. I refuse to think they'd do that if they didn't get all those likes on their pictures.
Yeah. That's kind of like what
Hard
Jesus
telling.
told us not to do is, go to pray to your Father in your closet, tell
Yeah.
no one. That doesn't mean tell the billions of people on
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Facebooks.
the pictures with an open Bible and a cup of coffee and maybe like a pen or something in black
A
and
pen
white.
artfully draped across the
Yeah,
Bible.
they look super cool and they're great pictures. But you don't need to post one every day
Yeah.
just because you're having a devotion. Like
Yep,
somebody
we get
can
it.
hang one of those on their wall and it looks super cool, but that's about it. Like
We
leave it
should
there.
just sit there and do like 50 of them, just slightly rearranging everything, slightly different pins,
And then just
different
post them every day.
colors of coffee. Then just post them set them to automatically post.
We're getting controversial because I know people who do these things.
I do too. I know
I
people
think we
on
all-
campus
There
who
are
do
people
these
who
things.
probably did this 2 hours ago.
I could
But-
open Facebook right now,
Yeah.
and some people here have done this.
This is gonna get worse, and people are gonna get mad at me.
We are prepared, Joshua.
Why was it you that brought up the trend lately of people going on mission trips,
It wasn't
taking
me.
selfies?
That was me.
That was you?
Oh my
Taking
gosh.
selfies with poor-looking kids and then putting it as their profile picture.
Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
seen
so
that
many of
so
these.
many, so
Yeah.
many
And listen,
of those.
listen, it's not a bad thing to share those memories and, cherish those things. But when it is a clear trend that pictures are getting popular because they're selfies of a missionary with some poor kid or whatever, some cute poor kid, it's a clear trend that we're seeing a lot. I think it gives me the heebie-jeebies that it's popular to do that. I don't know.
I think
It's
Josh.
not bad, but the popularity seems bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
true.
why do you need that to be your picture? You can make anything your picture. I understand it's a cool memory, but it goes back to the whole post on your Facebook, year later, look at your time off. Oh yeah, I remember that. That
Yeah,
was
what's the use of it?
awesome. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't see it as a problem to put that as your profile picture, but it's like I'm watching this from the outside because I've not been on a mission trip, and it seems like it's who can take the best mission trip.
Yes. Yes.
For-
Like
kid
there's
picture
some sort of
competition.
contest behind the scenes going on.
And it's sad
Yeah.
because they were there and they actually did great stuff with whoever they were working with, but sometimes I don't want to blame people, but it looks like it's for likes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I think
To
it was
me.
I think it was Josh that said like the cuteness of the kid does not go up when his poverty level goes
I think I said that.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like his cuteness does not depend on how
Poor
negative
he
many
is.
dollars he has.
Yeah.
I have negative a lot of dollars.
Yeah,
And
we,
look at
Take
that.
And
poor
look
kid
at
pictures
Josh.
with me.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
And we are getting it hated for that because a lot of our friends have done that.
And I'm sorry,
But
but it's a thing.
you know
we
what?
see.
it's a bad thing too. I don't think it's a
Creation
good thing.
Theory 2016.
Off script.
Weird.
Oh, off
Nix
script
it.
Dang it,
podcast. Shh, we're not cutting it.
Nope.
The off script podcast 2016.
We do not apologize.
We are sorry.
We are sorry.
We are sorry.
We